Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in my last video, I showed you the setup of a campaign that I was going to start to fly. So what I'm going to do now is start to actually frag some packages and start to see if I can take them out. So if we go, I'm going to stop the campaign just there for a second. If we look, I think this is relatively realistic as well. All along the demilitarized zone are huge numbers of North Korean artillery battalions. I think this is pretty realistic as well. I think the North Koreans have a ton of artillery just along this demilitarized zone. So I think that's pretty realistic. So what we want to do is we want to start taking out some of this artillery. Equally, they've got some SAM sites here, and those are pretty dangerous. And so what we want to do is we want to see if we can start to take some of those out as well. I'm just going to make sure that everything's turned on here. Installations, don't want to see any of that kind of stuff. Air defenses, yeah, we'll turn the air defenses on. Right, so you can see these are the pre-planned steer points that we set up last time. I'm just going to move that off slightly. I think for our first mission, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can start to take out these SA2 sites around here. I wanted to see if I can get rid of them so then I can attack these sites, these artillery sites, with impunity without worrying too much about these SA2s. Certainly this one here, I want this one gone, so I'm going to frag a package on this. So we can say add package. We're going to set the time of takeoff. In this case, I want to take off at 5:30. That gives me, in fact, I'm going to set it to, yeah, 5:30 is fine. It gives us, in this case, almost 25, a little over 25 minutes to get ready and get into the jet and taxi over, which is fine, especially considering we're stopped. So there it is, 5:30 package. We're going to click on New, and we want an F-16 Block 52. There it is. So we want destruction of enemy air defense. We're going to have 2 of us. It's going to be from the 80th Kunsan. Our target's going to be the 203rd Air Defense Battalion. We want us at ACE. Let's go. So there it is. There's our package so far. We've just got one flight in the package, which is the destruction of enemy air defense flight of that package. But we don't want to go up there alone. We want to have some kind of air cover with us, taking out enemy North Korean fighter jets, air defenses, if they come after us. So we're going to frag a new package, new flight in the package. We're going to put 4 of them in it because we really want to get through. We're going to set it to sweep. It is the 80th Fighter Squadron, so it's going to be these Block 52s. We want these guys to be ace as well. In fact, let's set them to veteran. Now let's go ace. To hell with it. Let's get the best guys flying in this first package. Target south of Quezon, that's fine. It will be following us. So we click on OK. And there we go. We've got a sweep flight taking off at roughly the same time. So Weasel 5 is the sweep. Viper 1 is the destruction of enemy air defense flight. So that's all done. So we're just going to click on OK. Now we're going to change these slightly. This destruction of enemy air defense flight, the flight that I'm going to be in, we're going to make it take off 2 minutes later. And the reason why is just to give the sweep package 2 minutes to get off the ground, taxi onto the runway, all that kind of stuff, get off the ground, and then we'll be 2 minutes behind them. Right, that's set. We're going to go into the flight lead of this flight. Obviously, as a second lieutenant, I probably would never be in a flight lead, but whatever. We're going to be flying the flight lead, and we're going to go to the briefing.
All right, listen up.
Have a quick look at the briefing. There's Viper 1, that's what we're in. Destruction of enemy air defense. Time on target is going to be about 25 minutes after takeoff, well, about 23 minutes after takeoff. There we are, 2 CM-52s, destruction of enemy air defenses. We're going to be pushing at 0552 and on target at 0555. So pushes when we depart, depart waypoint 4, which is our IP. Waypoint 4, our push point, which is right there. Right, so if we look at this, our steer points, takeoff is at 5:32. Here's our hold point as at waypoint 3, push from waypoint 4, pre-IP at 5, IP at 6, ground attack at 7, split at 8, land at 10. Here's our comms ladder. We're going to be on Victor 15 for our tactical channel. Here's our IFF. Again, all of this looks complex. Don't worry about it because I'm going to show you how to get into the data cartridge and control it. Right, ordnance. Here's the ordnance that the squadron is automatically kind of tasked for us and put on the wings, or potentially put on the wings. I'm not taking harms. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in a sec. Our Weasel flight, the sweep flight, has 2 AIM-120 Bravos, 2 AIM-120 Charlies, and 2 AIM-9 X-rays. The 120 Bravos are lower range but higher maneuverability than the AIM-120 Charlies. The AIM-9 X-rays are the high off-bore sight infrared missile. Weather, wind is 108 at 8 knots, a bit of cloud. Magic is our AWACS. That's enough. Right, so we'll close that down. We're going to go to, that's our briefing, we're going to go to loadout. Now, it's currently set up for harm, so it's got 2 harm missiles on the wings. In fact, if we just go to loadout, you'll see what we've got, and this just down selects everything to what we've actually just got. So there are a couple harms. We're going to take them off, and we're going to take the harm pod, the targeting pod, off. And what we're going to do is our loadout now is just the AIM-120 and the AIM-9 and some fuel and a jammer pod on the center tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to air to ground, and we're going to put JSOWs on the wings. There they are. And then we're going to go to other, we're going to put a sniper pod on the chin station there, and that's going to be our loadout. We're going to go up with 4 JSOWs, a targeting pod, and some AIM-120 Bravos and some AIM-9 X-rays. That's going to be it. We don't need to worry about laser code because we're not going to be doing any laser stuff at all. So we're just going to click on OK. There we go. So that's our loadout. Now we're going to click on save. Always saving. Now we're going to go into the data cartridge. And we're going to just check the data cartridge. So the first thing is check the target steer points. There are some. This is from an old campaign. It's funny how the data cartridge still saves them. So we're just going to reset all. Right, good. Now we're going to go to comms. We're going to load the comms plan. IFF, we're going to load the IFF plan. Now if we check comms, base ops, this is on UHF, departure ground, departure tower, departing approach, AWACS check-in, tactical, all this looks good. Same thing for Victor. If we go up to 15, it should be our flight. There it is, flight 1. Right, so just click these again just to make sure that they are the default ones. I'm not going to worry about that. EWS, that's fine. Targets, right. Targets aren't fine yet. I'm going to show you how to set those up here. So we'll just save that. We'll come back out. Now we have fragged this SA2 site as our target. So if we go to recon, it takes a second to load. Sometimes it's faster than other times. Here we go. We're in the kind of satellite view of the target. So it's the 203rd Air Defense Battalion that we're targeting. They're 100% operational right now. So if we expand that, you can see all the different elements of that battalion. So we're going to start to target some of these SA2 sites. So what we'll do is, what we do is we designate them as target steer points. I like to use these 99, 96, 97, 98, 99 for targets. So I'm going to set that one, and we're going to go to 96 and accept that. I'm going to go to that one, 97, and accept it. Now I'm not selecting each one individually. The reason why is because we're using JSOW AGM-154 alphas, which are cluster bombs, so they're going to be dropping clusters all over this. So we do want to make sure that we're taking out the fan song, so we're going to accept that as 98. And the other thing that we definitely want to get is this spoon rest, so we'll set that as 99. Now that's 4 JSOWs against this target. that is going to be more than enough to take out this SA2 site. So I've got 4 targets set. Now you might be thinking, hey, hang on, you've got a wingman, what about him? That's fine. What we're actually going to do is that target. We're going to set some other targets for 2. We're going to have 2 actually start to target some of these packages, targets over here. Sounds funny, but it's a good secondary target. We've got lots of ordnance, so why not? So we've got 96 is where we start, so 95, 94, 93, 92, and we're going to start to take out some of this artillery. So let's accept that. Accept that. Accept that. And accept that. Right, so 92, 93, 94, and 95 are targets for 2. 96, 97, 98, and 99 are targets for me, the flight lead. So if we go back to the data cartridge, look at that. 96, 95 now should be that Heart Battalion. Look at that. Perfect. Save. Exit. Right, we've now got a package fragged. Now what we're going to do is, I'm going to zoom this out. Now we can see that our package number is 3418. So I'm just going to go over to this screen and I'm going to bring it over. Now this is the weapon delivery planner. So if we go here and go to load this campaign, it's going to load it in. What was the one that I said again? Whoops. Let's go back here. 3418. I already forgot the number. All right, so 3418 and find. There it is. Destruction of enemy air defense and Weasel 5 as sweep. So we're going to click on the destruction of enemy air defense one, and it's going to load in our data cartridge. And there it is. There's our flight. So Viper 1, 2 F-16s on destruction of enemy air defense. There's Weasel 5 as sweep. So we've got a lot of information that's really useful. Frequencies, some frequencies down here. TACAN channels, all that kind of stuff is all in here. So I'm going to take this and push it back over here. Now I use that when I'm flying, so we're just going to, in fact, we're not, because I think we're ready. Save this one more time just to make sure. Save the data cartridge one more time just to make sure. And we're going to fly. Here we go. Nope, we want a ramp start. I want to start on the taxiway, that's no fun.
Viper 1, Kunsan Tower, wing 070 at 4 knots, runway 36. You are cleared for takeoff.
Okay. Got a crosswind. And climb the comms ladder. Let departure know when we're airborne. There's 2. Alright, here he comes. Right, 2's ready. Right, brakes are on. There's full power. Brakes off. And selecting zone 5. Speed's alive, nose wheel steering off. Just holding a bit of left rudder. Looking for 185. There it is, gentle back pressure on the stick. And we're coming up. Positive right gear up. Staying on the runway heading, staying in burners.
2, airborne.
Good. 2's right behind. There's 350 coming out of burners. And we're going to contact departure and let them know that we're airborne.
Viper 1, airborne, 2 ship, F-16s. Viper 1, Kumasan, departure. Depart heading 360, resume on navigation.
Perfect. Straight out departure. Okay, there we go. We're off. 2's looking good, catching up. And a good climb. Let's trade some of this speed for altitude. 10 degrees up. Sun rising over to the east. Right, we're getting close to bad guy area, so let's go joint helmet mounted queuing system on. Let's go master arm on. Let's go external lights off. And let's tell 2 to fence in.
Fenced in.
2, fence in.
Alright, just coming up to range now. We should be in range soon. Any second now. Right, saying that we're in range. Let's do this. Pickle.
Bruiser.
2 going.
Bruiser.
Come on.
Bruiser. Bruiser.
Got one. Should go weapons free on.
Viper 1, 2, weapons free.
2, will go.
Trespassing in that SA2 site. Switch to air-to-air. Let's ask nearest air threat is.
Magic 6, Viper 1, 1. Request vector to threat. Viper 1, Magic 6, nearest threat bullseye 0, 4, 5, 5, 1, 20,000. Hot. Hostile print MiG-21.
For some reason it won't let me attack targets. So let's set the autopilot and track these. In fact, let's secure from air to air. Let's go to steer point and go to waypoint 7. 8 actually, and let's set steering waypoint, and now let's track these. So there's one of my JSOWs gliding towards the target. Are there some other ones maybe? I can't see any. Yeah, just gonna go through some cloud. It's a good thing about satellite guided munitions, they don't care about weather. I think I can hear a helicopter. Interesting. Well, this is looking good. I can see some targets there. Well, that's looking good. Loads of hits. This one looks like it's tracking. Good stuff. Well, looks like we got most of them. Just going to do an IFF on my radar. That's all looking good.
Viper 1-1, turn right, final approach course 355, check speed. Viper 1-1, contact tower on final, switch to 29230. Viper 1-1, F-16 inbound for landing.
Viper 1-1, Kunsan Tower, continue inbound for runway 36.
Okay. Right, let's get on speed AOA.
Viper 1-1, Kunsan Tower, wing 070 at 5 knots, runway 36, cleared for landing, check gear down. Viper 1-2,
Gear
on
is
final.
down.
Viper 1-2, Kunsan Tower, continue inbound for runway
There's on speed
36.
AOA. No, don't get too slow.
Viper 1-2, Kunsan Tower, wing 070 at 4 knots, runway 36, cleared for landing, check gear down.
There's two landing.
Viper 1-1, contact below, switch to 73525.
Viper 1-1, request taxi back. Viper 1-1, taxi back to the ramp. You're cleared all the way in.
Cool. Two shutting down. We'll end this mission, see how we did. Right, let's zoom this in again so I can read it. Mission success. Heavy damage inflicted to target. That sounds good. 19 kills. We took out everything there. That's awesome. Very good. One miss, 3 hits. So one of them hit nothing, probably because there was nothing left. Now look at that. Everything's destroyed. Looks like Weasel 5 did well as well. Weasel 5-1, Major McDonald got a kill. They did excellent. Good stuff. That was a very, very good success. So 19 targets. I'm pretty sure there's nothing left of that SA2 site. That is gone. Let's have a look in the map. Let's stop. Yeah. So if you look where that pre-planned, there's nothing there. Status. Yeah, it says SA2 site 100% operational, but there's no battalion there. There's nothing there, which means it's gone. Oh, there's a AAA battalion. Well, let's change this to AAA, accept, and move it there. All right, well, that was a success. Some artillery there. Infantry battalion there. Well, for a first mission in that campaign, that was great. Oh, there's a MiG-29 marauding behind our lines. Hopefully somebody takes him out. Yeah, for a first mission, I'm very happy with the way that mission went. It's showing his landing. No, we've already landed, thanks. It's one of the oddities of this. So we're just going to go ahead and save. That's it for today's mission, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. That's the first mission of our campaign, our first fragged flight. We'll catch you next time when we frag another flight and see what else we can take out around here. See you next time.